What if I told you the motorcycle market is in complete freefall, and it's happening faster than anyone expected? Dealers are drowning in unsold inventory, repossessions are skyrocketing, and financing a bike has become nearly impossible. This isn't just a slowdown, it's an industry-wide disaster. If you're thinking of buying or selling a motorcycle, you need to hear this, because the worst is yet to come. For years, the motorcycle industry thrived, rising prices, high demand, and booming sales. But in 2025, it's all crumbling. Walk into any dealership today, and you'll see rows of brand new motorcycles collecting dust. Harley-Davidson, Indian, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, even premium brands like Ducati and BMW are struggling to move bikes. Despite record-breaking discounts and incentives, buyers just aren't showing up. Right now, over 45,000 new motorcycles sit unsold on dealer lots across the US, many for more than 200 days. Manufacturers are slashing production, scaling back factories, and laying off workers. Harley-Davidson has cut production by 25%, and Indian Motorcycles is following suit. Smaller brands like Zero Motorcycles and Royal Enfield are shutting down dealerships nationwide. The industry is unraveling at an alarming rate. How did we get here? This crash didn't happen overnight. It's been building for years, fueled by rising costs, bad economic policies, trade wars, and reckless price cycles. And now, in 2025, the full impact is hitting. Dealerships overflowing with unsold inventory, Harley-Davidson and Indian cutting production, skyrocketing loan interest rates, a massive wave of repossessions crushing used motorcycle values. This isn't just about motorcycles. It's the result of inflation, trade tariffs, supply chain disruptions, and shrinking consumer spending power. Motorcycle prices are out of control. One of the biggest reasons for the collapse is simple: pricing. Over the last 5 years, motorcycle prices have skyrocketed by over 40%, leaving many riders priced out of the market. Motorcycles were once an affordable alternative to cars, an economical way to get around. But today, buying a new bike feels more like buying a luxury car. Harley-Davidson Road Glide, 2019, $22,000, 2025, $30,000 plus cost. Harley-Davidson Street Glide, $35,000 plus the Honda Africa. Twin, $16,000 plus. BMW GS Adventure, $25,000 plus. Suzuki Hayabusa, $19,000 plus. Even entry-level bikes, like the Harley-Davidson Nightster and Indian Scout, now cost between $12,000 and $15,000. Once considered starter bikes for new riders, now completely out of reach for many. And if you think that's bad, financing these overpriced motorcycles has become a financial nightmare. Motorcycle financing is a disaster. Motorcycle prices have already made new bikes hard to afford. But the real crisis in 2025? Just a few years ago, financing a motorcycle was relatively easy. Interest rates range between 3 to 4% for buyers with decent credit. But today, new motorcycle loans, 9 to 10% interest. Used motorcycle loans, 11% or higher. Subprime borrowers, 15 to 18% interest. Let's break that down. A buyer looking at a $30,000 Harley-Davidson at today's rates would end up paying an extra $6,000 to $8,000 in interest over the life of the loan. That means a $30,000 bike could cost $40,000 by the time it's paid off. And for those financing a used motorcycle, it's even worse. A $15,000 used bike at 11% interest means monthly payments of $330 to $350 and over $4,500 in additional interest. Riders are looking at these price tags, seeing the interest rates, and walking away. Why are motorcycle loan rates so high? The rise in interest rates isn't random. It's the result of several factors. The Federal Reserve's aggressive interest rate hikes since 2022 have raised borrowing costs across the board. Banks and lenders are tightening credit standards due to a surge in motorcycle repossessions. Motorcycles are considered luxury or recreational vehicles, meaning they are higher risk for lenders. More borrowers are defaulting, so lenders are charging higher rates to protect themselves. In 2019, only 1 in 10 motorcycle loan applications were denied. In 2025, 1 in 5 buyers is getting rejected outright, especially those with average or below average credit scores. At the same time, cash buyers are disappearing. Inflation and rising costs of living mean fewer people can afford to drop $15,000 to $30,000 in cash on a motorcycle. This combination, fewer loans and fewer cash buyers, is crushing motorcycle sales. Repossessions are surging, and used prices are collapsing. When buyers can't afford their loans, repossessions surge. And that's exactly what's happening. Motorcycle repossessions have increased by 28% year over year. Thousands of riders are defaulting on their loans. Lenders are taking bikes back at a record pace. Used motorcycle values are plummeting. What happens when the market gets flooded with cheap, repossessed motorcycles? Used bike prices crash. Dealerships struggle even more to sell new bikes. Riders who overpaid in 2023 to 2024 are now underwater on their loans. If you bought a new motorcycle last year, it's likely worth 20 to 35% less today. Dealerships are desperate, and it's only getting worse. Motorcycle dealerships are in crisis mode. Thousands of bikes are sitting unsold, racking up storage costs and financing charges. To move inventory, dealerships are offering record-breaking discounts. $5,000 to $8,000 off MSRP, 0% financing for the first year, free accessories, extended warranties, and incentives. But here's the problem. It's not working. Buyers know the market is crashing, and they're waiting for even bigger price drops before making a purchase. And they're right. What happens next? If you're looking to buy a motorcycle, wait. Prices will drop even more in the next 6 to 12 months. If you're trying to sell a motorcycle, do it now. Used values are plummeting, and the longer you wait, the less you'll get. The motorcycle market crash of 2025 is far from over. High interest rates, rising repossessions, and crashing used bike values are creating a vicious cycle that's dragging the industry down further each month. The worst is yet to come, and what happens next could shape the future of the motorcycle industry for years. What do you think? Will the market recover, or is this just the beginning? Let's talk in the comments.